Alright, we are back with another video. So yeah, we are just going to be playing some BTD6, as usual. So if you don't know, this is called a monkey team. And you have 3 monkeys, and guess what? They're a team. I know. How mind-blowing. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing the usual, playing the funny monkey game. We can only use the monkey team, which I didn't even check. We got Wizard, we got Glue, we got Boomer. Okay. So yeah. AI. Now this is a bit of an iffy subject depending on who you ask. But this is just how I see it, and obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinion. AI. Generative AI. In case you don't know what that means, like, generative AI, what's the difference? Generative AI is stuff like ChatGPT or any image generator, where it absorbs information and actively tries to recreate it by using the context clues that it has, which are limited. You may not see why that's an issue, but we will get into that later. Other types of AI that I have less of a problem with. The AI that I feel like should be around is, I don't know its actual name, so in advance for that, but like detective AI, used in hospital practice, where it's not like ChatGPT where it can go like, hello, I'm GPT 405 or whatever model. It simply does a thing you'd program it to do, and does it well, like how these balloons are programmed to come down this track, or this boomerang monkey is programmed to throw his boomerang. Those AIs are still trained on data, unlike simple coding a wizard monkey to shoot its purple balls. And in medical practice, that's used to detect really hard things that seem so minor details that most humans wouldn't notice. But AI, with enough training data, can pick up on those things. So what's the discussion here? Well, simply to put it, I don't like a generative AI. I think, even on smaller scales where you just ask it, hey, how do I do this? You shouldn't do that. It's wrong. And I don't mean wrong as in incorrect, but sure, it has that too. It's very good at spreading misinformation. What I mean is, why can't it just be like other scanning models that really need AI? Instead of trying to rephrase it into its own sentence, sound more talkative and be like, hey, what's up, pal? I'm gonna tell you how this works. Why can't it just be like, well, a detection? Oh, you need to learn how to cook a chocolate mud cake? Okay, chocolate mud cake. Let me scour the internet and all. Here's everything it says on this website that was written by humans and not a little rephrased by me. Like, that would be better for not spreading misinformation. Of course, it can still spread misinformation like any human can on the internet, but it wouldn't be as prone to it because it's taking stuff written by real humans instead of writing its own thing, which it constantly makes mistakes doing it. An example would be AI hallucinations, as some people call them, where AI, well, it just exists to serve. It's trying to make a point for you because it is doing what it is told by you. You know, oh, GPT, in this TV show I like, tell me about this character's origins. Okay, let's just TV show. Tell me about Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus's origins. AI might just completely start hallucinating, as people would call it, and make random stuff up for literally no reason, just because it's trying to serve you. Another thing with AI, like GPT specifically, is it is a hype man. Ah, yes, you are totally right. Your friend is a narcissist. Like, AI, I feel like it should not be ever allowed to throw such serious words around like narcissism. Because that can cause real issues in your life because you're believing the robot, the clanker, which you should never be doing. Now let's get into the more talked about issue with AI, which I also strongly on the side of the humans who don't like the AI. Art. Creative liberty. When an AI takes this image of the boomerang monkey and makes something, it isn't making something. It isn't doing anything besides pattern recognition and trying to create something that already exists. Let's say with this image of a wizard monkey, you tell it, give it a massive staff, right? It'll take an image of a massive staff, multiple reference images of massive staffs that have been made by real people in the real photos, and try to recreate both a wizard monkey from BTD6 and the staff. Okay, better example. Artist. Let's say I am an artist, and I drew a beautiful picture of my own original character, or anything, or anyone. An AI language model, in this case it'd be one that specifically recreates art, would take it and use it as another piece to reference. But it's not like a human drawing. Referencing isn't what you think it is. It can't. It's just literally incapable of doing that, because if we ignore all of this, right, the fact it doesn't have human capabilities, it doesn't have basic understanding, it's literally just stealing other people's creations. Let's take in human nuance. It doesn't understand that this is like this because this. Like, for example, let's say you're a critic who critiques TV shows, right? You critique, I don't know, any TV show. Let's say, again, we'll use this again as an example, The Amazing Digital Circus, right? It critiques how Jax's character is a total dick, right? He's mean, he pushes other people around, and he's sleazy. It doesn't understand that, oh, this is clearly to portray a story and represent something and someone in the plot. It goes, no, person shouldn't be like this. That's a bad thing. If I saw a person do that in the street, that's a bad thing. It doesn't have human perspective. It's media illiterate. Sure, if I saw someone in real life acting like Jax from The Amazing Digital Circus, they would be a terrible person, but with Jax, it's to portray a person in a story. With Jax from The Amazing Digital Circus, shouldn't be treated as a real person, an individual. Let's go home. You'll see in your life. He's a fictional character, and it's telling an overarching story with beautiful plot points and other stuff like that. But you see, the AI doesn't get that. It can't get that. So, it doesn't have basic human literacy and nuance. It just does whatever it does because, well, it's just an AI model. It doesn't understand. And if you don't see why that's an issue, I don't blame you. A lot of people wouldn't. The point is, it's just taking other people's work and just actively altering it. Which I guess naturally doesn't sound that bad, but it doesn't have, it shouldn't be doing what it's doing. And the fact we allow this to continue is the issue. I think even something like those chatbots or, Google's AI results when you search shouldn't exist. I think it's only a negative to society. And you can also view it as another thing. It makes us, some people would say, well, dumber. Some kids at school genuinely just go, yo, ChatGPT, write me an essay about dolphins, And that is wrong. Sure, writing about dolphins seems weird, it's useless, why would we do that? It's not about the dolphins. It's about learning how to be capable and writing material for yourself, which could help in both creative liberty and your life, when you need to work, for example. But we are actively ignoring that. We are instead just taking all of that away and saying, ChatGPT, I don't want to do my schoolwork, I'm going to hand this in to the teacher, could you low-key hook me up? No. As someone who, let's just admit it, I am a terrible student in class, objectively. I never turn my work on time and I'm pretty disruptive, but I take pride in the work I hand in. You know, I go out of my way to research and format, and even small things like making it look presentable. Just seeing someone get an AI to do that, it's like rubbing a cactus against your leg. It benefits absolutely no one except people who don't understand. With that, you think it wouldn't be a bigger deal, because objectively, it isn't. I mean, some students may get caught. If you've seen that video about the signs of AI writing, it's actually easier to detect than you first think. But some teachers in my class, like, you can use AI to write this and help you out. No. What are you saying? What is wrong with you? I'm not inviting fighting and arguing. You guys, if you're in the comments and you want to talk about AI, you can do that among each other respectfully. But, in my opinion, that if you think what AI is doing is okay, you're wrong. It's not okay. And then the other thing, what it's doing to, rural towns and water supplies. Giant server rooms that are constantly running on top heat need to be cooled down. And how do they cool it down? They use perfectly drinkable water. Now I understand using unhygienic water might be bad, but use something that isn't drinkable. Use something else to cool down your massive server room. Because in these rural areas, for example, they are getting the ability to drink clean and fresh water, a basic human need, stripped away from them. And the server rooms, the massive server rooms, they don't bring in permanent new jobs. People come in to maybe build it, clean up the area, and then they're gone. Maybe in the smaller locations, which is most of the locations, only 20 people are there. That's not giving jobs to the locals. And on top of that, it's driving up electricity prices in the whole area, actively harming the lives of people who just want to live, who just happen to live somewhere. Could they move? Sure. But why should they have to move? Because someone decided AI would be a great thing and should be invested in and should be in this very spot, in this very place. People shouldn't have to suffer because of that. Yet they do. I understand the people who won't get my point. Not everyone will. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you long get it, and I'm just beating the idea into your skull, despite the fact it's already there. But for people who genuinely don't understand, I'm sorry, but you need to figure it out. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.